So I'm having a little issues right now. My Alipay is not working. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So I just arrived into Chongqing, Jizabel Airport. I'm heading to downtown Chongqing. This time, unlike Sanya, they have a metro system, so I won't need to take a DD. One of the biggest struggles I faced when I first arrived in Chongqing was trying to get my Alipay to work. I thought I had everything set up, but soon as I tried to pay for the metro, nothing went through. After some research, I realized I wasn't alone. This is a common issue for travelers arriving in Chongqing. I had to find an agent to help, but the language barrier made it even more frustrating. Trying to explain the problem while using a translation app wasn't as smooth as I hoped. Every time I thought we were getting somewhere, something got lost in translation. Eventually, I found a workaround. After multiple attempts, they were able to charge my Visa card directly, and just like that, I was in. Definitely not the smoothest start, but at least I made it through. If you're traveling to Chongqing, be prepared for possible payment hiccups and have a backup plan just in case. Hopefully, when I get downtown to where my hotel is, I don't have the same issue. Or else I'll have to find an ATM and get cash out. So I just got off of line 10, heading to my transfer to line 1. Then we should reach our destination maybe in about 3 or 4 stops. Metro stations here are super huge. It reminds me of an airport. Getting around on the metro here is pretty easy. Everything is mapped out digitally, so it's easy to follow, even if you don't read Chinese. I use an app called Metroman, and that made things even smoother. It tells you the best route, transfer stations, and how long the trip will take. Super clutch. I passed by some elderly folks playing cards. A really popular game here. Just one of those moments that make the city feel alive. So this morning before I stepped out, I wrote down a few things that I wanted to do so I could have some type of schedule. But coming out here with all these people, you're just going with the flow. It's so much to do. And you kind of get sidetracked of your original plans. Walking through here, I feel like I'm in a maze. It's like each way you turn, there's something new to see. Shenzhen Alley is buzzing with energy, and the name itself hints at the landscape. Shenming Mountain and Shenming City is a perfect fit as the area has a unique blend of elevation and vibrant streets, giving it that mountain city feel. Walking through the alley, you can see how it's built into landscape with winding paths and lots of steps leading up and down, making it a truly one-of-a-kind spot to explore. The mix of modern shops, traditional architecture, and of course, the crowd gives this place an amazing charm. So one of the locations I wrote this morning is called Chongqing People's Liberation Park. And bad thing about writing things down, you actually got to find it. And Google Maps, Apple Maps don't work here for me. There's a Chinese map app, but it's in Chinese, and I can't understand it. So that's the only thing I don't like about having plans, because you got to follow it. Sometimes it can be difficult. And when you don't have plans and you're just freestyling, you can just go with the flow. You could just find things, and it's just more organic. I don't know, they have signs where thing like that. They do have signs where it's in English labeling some of the tourist areas. As I stand in front of the People's Liberation Monument, it's hard not to feel the weight of history. This landmark honors the Chinese people's victory in the liberation of Chongqing during a critical time in the country's past. Towering over the city, the monument blends modern time with deep historical roots, standing as a testament to the resilience of the people here. You can almost feel the energy of the city flowing through it, a true symbol of Chongqing's strength and pride. So it's kind of funny as you're walking and recording and they hear your voice and they realize you speak English, they start to giggle and then they'll run towards you and the first thing they ask you, can I take a picture? It's kind of funny. But it just shows you how nice the Chinese people are. And I get that experience all over the world when I travel. Uh, People are not used to seeing Americans, but they're definitely not used to seeing Black Americans. Uh, and it's kind of special when how they greet you. It's all positivity. Thankfully, I never had any type of negative experience with different type of people. So hopefully that keeps going. I scratched my plans that I wrote down for this morning. The time is not calling for what it is, but I walked over to this interesting bridge that I see so many people over here taking pictures. So I said, you know what? Let me just walk over here and see what's going on. Then it tends to be a lot of content that's oversaturated. Everyone producing the same material, and then you lose out on finding small gems of areas that many of the locals tend to go to, but it's not showcased on YouTube. So that's the reason why I like to freestyle and just stumble across things. Yes, I'm gonna have some footage where people showed on their YouTube channel, and that's okay. But I know I will have a lot of footage that most people won't even go to. And that's where I try to bring to my channel and try to give a different perspective of these different cities. So I didn't feel like walking anymore, so I decided to take the metro here in Chongqing. I only have one stop, so we could ride where I'm going next. Check out the Chongqing International Finance Center, one of the most iconic buildings in the city. It's a favorite spot for photos, especially with its sleek design and towering height. Whether it's day or night, this place stands out in the skyline and adds a perfect modern touch to any shot. A must-see if you're visiting Chongqing. Yeah, so I've been walking majority of the day since 8:30, and it's a little over 3 p.m. I took the metro one time, but I'm bringing you guys along with me so you can see exactly what I'm seeing. Yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna eat, but it's been recommended that I try the hot pot. The only issue is when I stop at some of the hot pot restaurants, it seems like it's for more than one person. And I don't want to have that same issue that I had in Sanya when I'm just overeating and so much food. So I just went with the simple protein, octopus and chicken. I want to leave room for my stomach for later to have dinner. So, one thing you will learn very quickly here in Chongqing, remember the entry point whenever you're going into a food mart. Because if you don't, good luck. Because you're going to exit somewhere totally different from where you entered at. And with all the people here right now, that's going to be a journey. And with that said, if you guys enjoyed this long journey we had today and enjoy the content that I brought, the real, uncut, unscripted content that I brought you today, please hit the like button, subscribe, and look out for more content from